Instead of exclusive one-on-one with our top footballers around in and out of Akuse. Today I have with me one professional footballer. I won't like to mention his name, but I'd like him to introduce himself. What's your name?
I'm Richard Sorgbazi.
Okay. Okay, viewers, you just heard. I'm with Richard Sorgbazi Jr. If you have followed our things a lot, you know that he has been one of the top players in and around Ghana and Africa. We've played a lot of players around Africa and even Europe. But I would not like to waste my time. I'd like to ask you one question. I would like you to tell my viewers who exactly Richard Sorgbazi is.
Well, thanks very much for having me. Richard Sorgbazi is a young talented footballer.
Okay, hold it. If you just heard, he said he's a young talented footballer. So you should just imagine if you have a talented footballer with us. What is keeping you from playing football? You can continue.
Coming from America, I grew up in America and I started playing from there. By the grace of God, things are really moving well, and that's it. So this is Richard Sorgbazi. Thank you.
Okay, well, America, please can you tell me where America really is? I would like to know where America is.
Okay, America is it can be located at the eastern region and the lower Manya district. So when you get to Akuse, it's a branch from Akuse, I think. So yeah, let me stay like.
Okay, so viewers, America is a suburb of Akuse, and I would like everybody out there to know that no matter wherever you are, you can be a star. So I would like you to tell me more about your playing career. Where did it start from? Where did you get this motivation from? Who inspired you, or who did you see before trying to play football?
All right, thanks very much for this wonderful opportunity once again. Coming up as a young footballer, to be honest, playing from this place is very difficult, but I have to keep my head up, motivate myself, and with the support I got from my friends and family, really pushed me well. So I started my early career like playing from the young, like playing
Coast football.
Yeah, coast football. So when I was coming up, I started playing from RC, which was inter schools.
Okay.
So that was where I got motivated from, from the teachers a lot. Because when you are playing and everyone is shouting your name, Richard, I was like, oh wow. So with this kind of support I'm getting from the people, I think I can make it to the highest level.
Okay, before you go up there, viewers, I would like to ask Richard a question. What at your coast football, you said you started at RC, that's an inter-school competition.
Yeah.
What was your toughest challenge as playing at the younger age, like when you started? What was it that you felt like had always distracted you from flying this trade you had always wanted?
It's very tough. It's very tough because sometimes when you're playing, you see your mom chasing you like with a cane, like coming back, go home, go and eat, don't play football, read your books and stuff. But I didn't give up. Yeah, I never gave up on that. So it was very tough coming up, to be honest. It was very, very tough.
Okay. So after playing for RC, then did you fly straight, or you had to go play for other local clubs around, or you just went straight to the premier side? I would really want to know more. After RC, or where was the next, like how it happened?
So during the inter schools, we got selected. Then we have to represent Akuse district.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there, I was, by the grace of God, I was able to push, and I've been selected again to represent Lower Manya Krobo. So that was where it all started. Teams were coming after me, and so from there, then I registered with a post club. Back then, it started from there. Yeah.
So can you recall the post club your first ever registration, the post club you ever played for? The first.
Well, I played for King Faisal Babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the one we all know, or there's another King Faisal somewhere?
Another King Faisal. Yeah, I think they are based in Agomena.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from King Faisal Babies, that was when I myself, or I personally knew in football they do transfer. Yeah, so from there I moved to Candice.
Okay, so from another coast club to
To
another.
another coast club. Yeah.
Wow. So this means you have been in this football for a very long time. That means you have had series of transfers, series of transitions from one place to another, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so from Candice, right?
Yeah, from Candice. So from King Faisal to Candice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from Candice, where when you were playing for Candice, who are you looking up? Like, who are you looking up to? Maybe, let's say, I look up to Sadiq Obama, so as a sports presenter. So who are you looking at as you were coming up? Were you having an idol somewhere, or a footballer you always wanted to be like?
Coming up, to be honest, I don't really want to go far back. I was looking up to David Asari, Deku. They normally call him Max.
Okay.
Yeah, Max. Okay. He was a good player by then, so I started moving to him, taking advice, and when he's going for training, he just call me, hey boy, let's go. And learning one or two things from him too as well. So I was really looking up to him. He is my idol, to be honest. He is.
Okay. So Violet, we'll go on a commercial break and we'll keep getting more for you guys because it's an interactive session we're having with him. We'll tell you more about his career and whatever you want to know. Keep sending your questions, your comments so that I can ask. Okay, viewers, here with Richard Sorgbazi Jr. So I'd like to ask, from your playing days at the coast team, where did you move to? Where did it all start from to get you to this level? No, before you go there, I would like to ask you a question. When you were playing at the coast level, who were these players you felt around? You see, when you were playing around, you had guys that you had always want to play with because you felt like you were comfortable or they were good to your level that when you play with them, you feel okay.
Okay. Coming up, I played with a lot of players. Lots. Like, yeah.
I'd like you to name at least 3 of these people you felt comfortable like playing with.
Okay. Playing with Matthew Trinegua was cool because people always protected around him. Playing with Henry Tete, I feel comfortable around him. But there is this guy, Fantical Jr. Oh, that guy is very good. Yo, playing around that guy, he will even get a good chance and just wait for me to come and score. And if I ask him why, he'll be like, you are my friend. So that is how we started building our friendship. And serious, playing with him was very good. He was a good teammate. So that guy, come on, man.
So you understand that in everything there's a connection or something that way. You see, even our top player is trying to let us understand that when he was even growing up, he had somebody who connects with him. So wherever you are supposed to have this connection with one or two.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I would like to ask a question. Somebody just asked me a question, and it's very true. This is Richard Sorgbazi a goalkeeper, a defender, a central midfielder? Like somebody just sent this question. They really want to know.
Actually, when I was growing up, I'm a winger with pace, good footwork and technique. But growing up, in football, you have to be intelligent. And me calling myself an intelligent player, then I think I have to be able to fit in most of the positions. Because normally when you go to a team, it depends on where you find yourself, and every coach can with the way or his style of play. So me being a winger, I can move into a team and a coach will ask me to go and play right or left back. And I have to play because that is where I find happiness. Playing football makes me happy. Yeah, so that's how come I am able to play a lot of positions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, viewers, you have your question answered now. And let's take it back here. Some time ago, before you came on set, before I was informed you were coming, I did a little research about you, and I found out that you played for Elmina Sharks.
Yeah.
Is that true? Viewers, I will. Government is wild, but I always want to be fair with everybody. Did you play for Elmina Sharks?
Yeah, I played for Elmina Sharks. Definitely.
Wow. So I'd like to ask you, where were you before you had the call that I don't know whether it was your mother who gave you the call or your manager. Okay, I want to ask, do you have a manager?
Yeah, I do. I have a manager.
Okay, wow. So how did you receive this call from your manager that you were moving from where you were to Elmina Sharks? Before you moved to Elmina Sharks, where were you?
Before I moved to Elmina Sharks, I was playing for City, South Africa.
Wow. So viewers, you saw when I was telling you that this man here has traveled in and out of Africa. If my memory serves me right, Polokwane is in the South Africa, right?
Yes, I have.
So just imagine. So tell us a little bit about the journey. How did you get to South Africa? You talk about Elmina Sharks, but I want you to tell me a little bit, and my viewers, because they are very eager to hear the story. A young, fast-rising boy playing for Candies, Influencer Babies, RC, then all over, boom, you are on to South Africa. How did it happen? How did the magic happen?
I would say it was God. Yeah, because I wasn't expecting it at that moment. Then I just had a call from my boss that Richard, you have to go and try. Going for trial. I was like, okay. Then he asked if I'm ready or if I can go and face the challenge. I said yes. Taking risks is something I love doing. So I would like to go. So I went there. Everything was okay. Even though when I got there, I had to face a lot of challenges.
Richard, before you continue, before you got the news that you were traveling out of the country to South Africa, at a younger age, how did your parents receive this news? How did their family receive the news? You see, sometimes you have issues that you are too young to leave the family. Was there anxiety? Was your family worried?
Yeah, they were worried, especially my mother.
Okay, can I ask a question? How is the relationship? Who do you pick between your father and your mother? Who are you so close to?
This is something I wouldn't or like you to ask me, but I think I have to answer. Growing up, I grew up with my mom because I lost my daddy at an early age.
Oh, so sorry, my condolences.
Yeah, so
you understand most of the footballers why they are very passionate when they're on the field. But my condolences, okay. So you are very close to your mother. So how did your mother receive this news that Richard was leaving me? Like how did he react? How was his reaction? Was he happy? Was he sad? Or it was tears of joy? Which one?
She was sad.
Sad.
Yes, thinking I was going to be kidnapped.
Okay.
You know how movies feel like. I'm a mommy boy. Yeah, I'm the last one too. Yeah. So she was sad and very, very worried. She was like, "Oh, where are you going to pass? Like, how did it happen?" So I tried to talk to my elder brothers.
Okay, so apart from you, Richard, in your family, do you have other people who play football? Like, have there been people who had played football in your family before, or you were the only footballer who had emerged from the family?
I'm from a family of five. Let's say 5 boys. We are all boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a strong team,
and
I guess.
And our firstborn is a goalkeeper. Yeah, and our secondborn He's a striker. So after our second born, then the twins, the
Okay.
Achu and Eche, they were also very, very good, talented footballers before me. So when we were growing up, they realized football is difficult, mostly in Africa. Yeah, it's difficult. So when we were growing up, then they decided to hang their boots and help me.
Okay, so Juliet, if I'm getting you right, that means your brothers had to sacrifice their career for yours.
For me, yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. So let's continue with this story. I want to know how the reaction was. You yourself, how did you carry when after you told your manager you were ready? The first time you arrived at the airport at South Africa, what came over you? Like, what was in your mind? What was the mindset? What was the mentality?
Before going, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was up the whole night. I couldn't sleep. Like it was like a dream came true because now I wanted to feel the aeroplane. I want to have that feeling. So first, that was my intention to just
Being an airplane.
yes. Then after, I'll go and face everything there. So when I got to South Africa, everything changed. Like I was like, where did we pass? What happened? So from there, then I had a pickup, like a pickup there from the airport to
wherever you are going.
my hotel.
Okay.
A small boy sleeping in the hotel at that time. Come on. So that is how it all started. So from my hotel, I think I have 2 days off, but they normally pick me to the field to watch the training and stuff. So when I got there, the coach asked me personally that, can you play?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I can play. Are you sure? I said, yes, I can play. And the coach was a former player for Norwich City, Balisman.
Okay.
Yeah. I told him I can play. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. Are you sure? Yes. When are you ready to train? And I told him, even now I'm ready. So the following day, we went to the field, playing in the premier side in South Africa. It's not easy. Like big boys. I was very small, slim. Just look at me.
Very tiny.
Yeah, So from there we started and everything was moving on well. I had to control and pass. I was just playing 2 touch. I didn't want to impress anyone. I was playing to make myself happy. To be honest, if you think I'm not good for you, you can let me go. So I was just having fun. So what I would hear is that my boss called me and said, Richard, the coach said, he likes you. And I was like, oh wow, I made it.
So can I ask a question, Richard? Was it difficult leaving your homeland to another man's land at a younger age? Was it that difficult?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, fine. If it was, when you got there, what did you see that motivated you that yes, you can do what they were doing there? Although you play football down here, it's different because you have left a lot of friends, a lot of teammates, family, and you got there. You see it to be very difficult. But what was the inspiration? What was the inspiration?
Like, I have this belief that I don't wait or I don't see anyone to get myself motivated.
Okay.
Because I knew where I was coming from. So that one alone motivated me most. Looking at my mother. Hey, brother. You have to work. Or looking at where I'm coming from, like to sacrifice, give me money and buy foodstuffs and other things for me to go and play. I want to go and sleep there. So before I'll get there, I was already motivated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all well. You got yourself a team. The coach was impressed. You had some time out there. You got back to Ghana. When you got back to Ghana, I hope a lot of teams were chasing for a signature because at a young age and you were able to ply your trade outside. What really inspired you to sign for Elmina Sharks? Because at that time, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of big guns, the Hearts, the Kotokos were looking for us, but you chose Elmina Sharks out of the blue.
Before
What was the reason? Why?
before Elmina Sharks, I was when I came down, I went to my manager's team, Naden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Nadem?
Okwe.
Fine.
So I was playing there and something came up, sorry.
Right.
And that is what I'm going to tell you now. So when we were there, then I had a contract in Metz in France. So the plan was to go and train with the Premier League club before I moved. So when I got to Elmina Sharks, then former Blaster player, uh, Joachim Yawachampo,
Okay. Yeah.
and Felix Abuaji, former El Ali and Zamalek
Yeah,
player. He
yeah,
played for
yeah.
the Blaster. So we started training, and they were like, this boy is not leaving home. He's going to stay here with us.
Was that a plan? So, if that's not a plan, how come you stayed? This so amazing. Now, this is interesting. I really want to know. I would like my viewers to really know what.
So when they said I'm not leaving, I was like, hey, by this time. And playing in the Ghana League, it's one thing every young footballer would like to do. Yes, course. Playing in the Ghana League. So I told my manager, this is what they are saying. So what's the plan? And he said I should decide. I was like, no, I'm your boy. I can't decide for you. Even though I'm the player, I can't decide for you. So whatever you think is good for me, just decide and I will do that. Because I don't want to take a decision
Which one?
that will make me regret later. I was like, okay, let's wait and see what happens. So training continues and everyone, even the supporters that normally come to watch our training ground. Oh, when you get to Elmina, everyone.
So,
Dembele.
so you became a household name for every fan out there at
Every
Elmina.
fan out there. And someone even bought me an iPhone 6s, fresh in box.
Wow.
Fresh. He
Wow.
was like, he took me to the phone shop and said, Richard, they call me Dembele. He was like, Dembele, choose any phone you like. I was like, by this time. So I was shy. So I just told him I want iPhone 6. And he bought it.
Wow. This is very inspiring. This is very interesting. That it gets interesting. You got this phone 6X from a fan.
Yeah.
Because he was impressed with the way you were even training, not at matches, because that time they were in preseason, if I guess. So how come this name Dembele? Because when you were telling me your icon, you said Mazi.
Yeah.
So David Asari. So how come this name Dembele? All of a sudden, this Dembele. Where did you get this name from, or who gave you this name? What did people see, or what potential did you carry that they had to share this name with you, with the France International?
The name Dembele came from our former goalkeeper, Richard Atta.
Okay, Richard Atta of House of Hope. Okay, so Richard Atta is your teammate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were playing 11-11. Yeah. So anytime he gets the ball from the goal post, he kicks straight to me. So with the way I ran, the moment I control or get the ball, you the defender forget it. I'll take you on. So I can take you on and be doing the Dembele things. And he was like, what? He shouted, hey, where the Dembele? You That's it.
Wow.
And everyone started calling me Dembele. So it was Richard Atta.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So can I ask a question? When you were at Elmina, who was your friend? Who was like your best friend at Elmina? Because you have always said me right that everywhere you go, you get a perfect connection with somebody that you feel okay with. because you confide in me that when you were at your youth age, you had one guy called Fancy Carl Jr.
Yeah.
Let's see who had always want to see you on the score sheet. So when you got to Elmina Sharks, who was this player that you had always want to have time, you always wanted to share, or always wanted to be around?
Well, when I got there, then there was this player called Ishmael Hammond. He now plays for Mediama.
Okay.
Yeah, Mediama. He's a defender. Former Red Bull player, Red Bull. So he started talking to me, and I started getting close to him as well. So we became buddies. So like he calls me son, and I call him dad.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was quite okay with him. Then Richard Impong.
The captain of the side.
No, Richard Impong.
Okay.
Former player of Atlantic for Media MSC.
Yeah,
He
Richard
even
Impong.
played for Blasters, Ghana against Chile in USA. He was
Okay.
the one that scored in the friendly game. So he was also like, well, oh boy, you are very good, and we play the same position. So he started advising me I shouldn't give up. I should work hard. I should make sure I go for road work early morning before training starts. And I was like, oh wow. So he started coaching me small, small. It was going. By my best friend at that time was Isaka Mohammed,
Okay,
former
the
player of Legon
cities.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the attackers always want the defenders to be their best friend so that they can pardon them in a way or two. I'm sure that's why most of your friends are this defenders. They're trying to play tricks with them so that they allow you score at training because when they are your friends, at least when you get them on a one. And
No.
kind of when you train with these people and you take them on, do you make fun of them? Do you have this?
Hey, you can't do that, my brother. They will kick you.
Wow.
They will kick you. Especially Isaka and Hammond. They will kick you.
Okay.
They will kick you. But I always take them on. I love challenge. So when you kick me, I'll come again.
So the more they kick you, the more you want to.
I'll come on you.
So
It got to a time when I'm attacking, they go back. I said, wow, now I'm a winner.
they didn't want you
They
to
didn't
take
want
them
to
on.
come.
Okay.
Because if you come, you go collect.
I quite remember your days at Elmina Sharks. I watched you play matches. Yeah, I was at the stadium at the Sports Stadium. I watched you play against House of Oak, if I'm not mistaken. I watched you play against Wafa, Sugar Corporate.
Yeah.
So unfortunately that day you were stabbed up because of an injury. So how have you always how has been your setbacks whenever you get injuries? How do you feel when you are coming back? Do you feel okay? Like, do you feel like you are the below they know, or sometimes when you get hurt, does it pulls you back a bit?
It delays your playing time because in a team, when you get the opportunity to play, meaning you are playing ahead of someone. So the moment you come back and that person fits in,
it's very difficult for you.
So coming back, it's always tough, but I always keep my head up. Yeah. That is why I said I love challenge.
So moving from Elmina Sharks, you moved to Interlights, if I'm not wrong. Your days at Interlights, I would like to talk much about them, but I watch you also at Interlights, and you were deployed from several. Sometimes I see you at the right back, sometimes at the right wing, sometimes at the left wing, even sometimes in the middle of the pitch. I was like, are you that versatile?
Yeah, I am.
Fine. What's your favorite position as a player? Where do you feel comfortable when you are playing on the field? Not to suit any coach. You yourself, Richard Sorgbazi, Dembele. Where do you fit or where do you feel okay when you are asked or when you are deployed to?
Okay, I'm a ball juggler. So when you give me the number 10 position, you would love to watch me anytime, any day.
Okay. So your
Yeah,
favorite position is playing behind the striker,
behind the
like
strike.
and attacking midfielder, if I'm
Yes.
not mistaken. So I would like to ask a very, let's say, confidential question. It's difficult for most people to answer. By the days as in our lives, we had a scandal here and there, match fixing scandal and other stuff. I'd like you to tell me, how did it happen? Were you part, although your name didn't come up, I want to know, were you part of this team or you weren't? Or, because, people out there, people at America will be watching and would like to know more because you have always been proud of this Akuse America town and maybe a lot of them would like to, because rumors, people speculating, they would like to be clear on this. How did this thing happen?
About the match fixing, to be honest, I was part of the team at that moment. Like I was still with Inter Allies,
Okay.
but I wasn't part of the squad that traveled because I had injury.
Okay. So you were on the injury list at that time.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
home receiving treatment.
Before you.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't know. Like, I don't know something happened, and to be honest, I'm not the best person to answer that. Yeah, you know. So
Okay.
let's
So
let's
yes,
let's
yeah.
leave that for
Okay.
them.
So we leave this for when I had my research, I found out that you once had a call up to one of these national teams. I just want to know, how was the feeling? How did you feel like waking up one morning and your manager calls you, Richard, you are supposed to report as Pram Pram for, how was the feeling?
Um, that was when I was playing in Nadem in the Division 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had an agent match. So after that, then I think former Blaster coach Kwesi Apia, and former Blaster captain Emmanuel Osei. Yeah, they were there. So at that time, when they were like, "Who is this guy? Let's let's give let's give him a chance." So I had a call up to the under 20, the national under 20. So I went there. It was amazing. Every young player would like to play in the national team because that is when you get a lot of exposure. Yeah, more agents linked up with you. So I went and everything was going on well. Then football. Right?
Yeah.
Something happened which I can't tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to go back.
So viewers, for your knowledge, if you have never knew that Richard Sorgbazi was once invited to the national team, you heard from the horse's own mouth, he was invited to the U20, and due to certain reasons, he opted out. So I would like to ask, how is the feeling when you get to this national team's camp? Like, how do you feel? Like, how is the feeling like? Is it overjoyed? Is it like everybody on his own way, or sometimes you guys can link up and talk, or is it that because I've been called personally alone, maybe I walk alone or something?
You see, in the national team, you don't do friends. In the national team, you don't do friends. You just go there,
Business minded.
business. Yeah, yeah, business. You go there, you train. After training, you go and eat, come back to sleep. Yeah. So I don't really talk to any guys apart from my roommates. Even that, we speak when we are on bed. Then they ask me questions. Oh, Richard, then I'll be like, I'm talking with my mother or my brothers. Then they'll be like, oh, okay, fine. Then the time they realize me, I'm gone, I'll just fall asleep. And
Okay.
national team, no friends.
National team, no friend.
Yeah.
So I have a question to ask, and then how I heard a rumor that you are signed on to Club Consult Africa, an agency. Is that true? I want you to clear the air because somebody also asked the question. Is that true?
No, it's not true. Actually, I work under First International Football Agency.
Okay.
Yeah, they are based in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
So viewers, you can hear from the horse's own mouth. You asked the question, he has answered it. So I would like to ask, what is the way forward for Richard Sorgbazi? What is the way forward? What should we expect? Because there's a season coming up, and a lot of news is out there. You're on the radar of Nations FC. The other time I heard you're on the radar of Legon cities. A lot of. I want you to clear the air. What should we expect? The fan base. What should they expect from Richard Sorgbazi in the upcoming season? Are they seeing you on in the GPL, or you are moving outside, or
All right, thank you. In this case, I'd love to keep things to myself. I wouldn't want to tell anyone about my next step or something. But teams are calling, and it's up to my manager to decide. I don't just take decisions. But whatever comes would be from my manager. But they should expect something great because God is working.
okay? So viewers, on this note, he said God is working and he would like to keep everything confidential to himself. Yeah, it's getting interesting, but you should understand that he's a footballer. He has other interviews to run. I wouldn't like to waste much of your time. What are your final words to everybody, your fan base first, and to any upcoming footballer who is looking up to you to become like Richard Sorgbazi and Junior Dembele? What are your final words?
To the fans, I'd like to thank them for everything they are doing. I'd like to thank them for their support. They really helped my career. Yes, because got to a time when things wasn't going well. They motivated me a lot. So I would like to thank them very, very much. I think God will bless them. Yeah, God will bless them.
Okay, so I would like you to speak in your local language. I would like you to tell these young coming ones what will keep them moving.
Man, Ewe.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nye fans of be if you your boy or to be about professional footballers, which if you have more than any, you should become better than me. If me have more than any. Mele is you got me communicate with them see. And they say the lie I don't many be got anya chop. It enyama pulas ni na magro na mi ma akpene mi and me ma da mako amonu popo e mako da akpene Stormcitygh bi eja agba le eni opete wo mo le ta ma ona yire ne wana na wa bomo wa sele ni wo mo le to Stormcitygh, shout out to yourself. God bless you. Never give up and it will make sense, trust me. And much respect to the America boys. I still love you guys. No matter what happened, I'm still with you. And I would like to thank God for the protection over my life and my family. And don't look up to anywhere when you want to buy foodstuffs. Mama K's shop, the best place to buy your foodstuffs in Akusi. Yeah.
Okay. Well said. Thank you very much for having you. And I'd like to say big shout out to all the personalities who came through today. Much respect. We'll engage you next time. And don't forget, viewers, we'll be having an exclusive with one special guest. Keep glued. Thank you.